All right, I'm gonna try something a little bit different today. Fish bank lunch. The ticket I almost got in Broken Bow. Tilling and Tom. And are Masons really racist? Um, where to begin? Where to begin? Fish bank lunch. My little brother and I was down in Tom. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid. It's 3 o'clock. It's way too early. We are down in Tom, and I'm staying the summer with my real dad. And he had a job at Push Creek, Lucy Creek, whatever it was, Push Creek Farms, and he would till. There's another story about tilling. He would till the plow the fields or disc the fields, whatever. And we would either hang out at the shop, which got boring, or we'd ride on a tractor, which got really boring. We decided we're just gonna go fishing a little old creek there that went all through the farm. There's pretty good little fish in it. Nothing crazy. Nothing you're gonna mount on the wall. That we would whatever we call it, we would take us a skillet. We'd fry up some fish. Sure enough, man, we was catching fish all day long. Got a couple we was gonna keep. A couple of pretty good sized cats. We had the fire built 10:30, 11. Well, 12 o'clock we was had that grease rolling, had it battered. We took a lot of time. We're 16, 17. I don't think I've ever cooked fish in my life. The Rick boy, seen him come by. And he rolls up there, and we got us. It really got me. We might have some potatoes. We tried to halfway fry or some fish. We had the fish looking good. Well, Rick picked up a couple of big old slabs of catfish. He went. He tried another one. We didn't know nothing. We just, we cooked the whole fish, bones and all. Took the guts out. We didn't know nothing about cutting them into slabs. We didn't know nothing about waiting for them to float. We didn't know nothing. Most of that fish was still raw in the middle. He ate what he could, and it's kind of just horrible, horrible. We didn't know no better. So that's the story. Cooking fish on the fish bank. One of the times I was up on the plow with him. When I say a plow, I mean a great big massive Ferguson that plow like 6.6 or 6.46 and whatever. It plow a bunch of rows at one time, a huge area. And I'd be sitting in the back, he'd be driving that boy, he'd be fighting that steering wheel, pulling that sucker this way and fighting it this way and just throwing us all over the place. It's a good time. Not really. Every now and then he'd stop. He'd get out and go to the back and pee off the back of the tractor, get back in. The whole time fighting that sucker, fighting that sucker. And he told me, I said, what I'm doing is way down at the other end, I'm picking out anything, a tree, a pole, whatever, and I'm picking a spot on my window. And I try to keep them lined up. And that's how I keep straight. Sounds easy enough. We got down, he made a big turn, come back down and drop the plow. I said, hell, let me try. He said, this ain't no easy job. I said, how hard can it be? Hell, I can drive. That damn man, them front wheels, they would pull you this way, you'd fight them back this way, pull them this way, and I was just giving it. Everything I do to fight this wheel. I made a strip down through there, all the way to the other end. This damn thing is probably a half mile long, 3/4 mile long, 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 long. You're not going very fast. It takes a long time to get there. He never said a word. He never tried to help me. He just let me ride. Got on the other end, boy, and it was wearing me out trying to turn this sucker. I don't think there's no power steering at all. I forgot to lift the rake or the plow. He finally got it lifted up. We turned around. And now when he did it, I looked back down there and you could tell, all these rows just, when I did it, there was where I was plowing, instead of lining up with the other ones, because the idea is if you come across this row, you want to line, so it kind of, and you follow this one with this last one. Man, there was gaps in there. There was at one point I completely went into the other where I'd already tilled and come back out. You could tell, oh my God, it was horrible. I think it took him like going down as a pass, come back up as a pass. I think it took him 6 passes to straighten up what I messed up. And he said he could have just went right back over, picked up where he left off, went over mine, and fixed it. I just completely ignored everything I did. He could have did that; it'd been easier. But he said that he'd rather fix what I messed up than just completely act like I didn't help at all. Might have been the one saving grace he had. I don't know. But man, that I don't know. In what year that was. Um, the Broken Bow ticket. I was I was doing I was somewhere in Broken Bow, and I was coming back through, and I seen a girl in Rock City. For whatever reason, I was in Broken Bow, and I had left there, and I was going to Rock City, so I was going to go the back way. If you're familiar with the area, I was going to go to North Pole, South Pole, cut back through. So I'm outside of Broken Bow, going west. Get out, about the Pan Pacific plant or Dominant plant, whatever plant it is. I'm just cooking. Phew, out of nowhere, dude, lights me up. I'm in my little S10. Lights me up. Like, hell, I don't know this area. I just kind of pull over. There's nothing to pull over to the right. I pull over to the left. And what I didn't know was I pulled into the truck driveway of Pan Pacific or Dominant, whatever. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. City cop. He comes walking up on me. Just sitting there, and I'm smart enough to know you don't go for just nothing. My hands on the wheel. He says, "Good evening." I said, "Evening." He said, "Are you in a hurry?" I said, "No, I wasn't doing but 55 or 60." He said, "Yeah, but it's a 45 through here." I said, "Oh, okay. You got me." He said, "You got your driver's license on you, proof of insurance?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do." I said, It's dark. I said, "I'm not reaching for anything. I'm going to reach with my left hand and undo, my seatbelt and retrieve my wallet that's in my back pocket." He says, "You're fine, no problem." I said, "Okay." And I shined his little light. I said, "I don't have any weapons. I don't have anything on me at all. Just nothing. Kind of dressed nice." He said, "You going to work?" I said, "No, sir. To be perfectly honest, I'm going on a date. It's my first date, and I'm just a little bit nervous, and that's probably why I was speeding." He kind of laughed. Oh, he says, "Okay, so you got your insurance?" I said, "Yeah, it's right there in the glove compartment. I don't have any weapons or anything." He said, "That's fine. Retrieve that for me." So I dug through my glove box, and I had 4 different insurance cards. Back then we had paper cards. 4 different cards, but none of them was current. Like I had the most recent one, I just didn't have the most current one, which I found later was up in my visor. I just didn't get that night. And he says, I said, "Man, I've got this. I've got insurance. I don't know where the most current one's at." Failure to carry insurance verification or whatever is what the ticket should have been. Speeding's what it should have been. He comes back. He said, "You realize your tags are out?" Yeah. I didn't think about it. Yeah. He said, "You're still within your grace period. That's taxes due to state." Uh, so he said, "Well, just give me your driver's license." So I handed him my driver's license. Now at the time, uh, you guys know I'm a Mason or was a Mason, whatever. I had this ring on. So when I handed it to him, I just kind of handed it out the window this way. But when I didn't just like this, I handed it to him like this. And he kind of looked down. He saw my hand. He reached underneath. He said, "Going back to his car." I come back. He said, "Mr. Williams," he said, "I'm gonna write you a warning for your speed." And I was 15 over. I said, "Okay." He said, "Get your tags up to date." He said, "Now, Rand, you do have insurance, but be sure and find your certificate." I said, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." He said, "Enjoy your date." I said, "Yes, sir." Well, he handed my driver's license back to me, And he stuck his hand in the window, and I kind of looked. When I shook his hand, he shook my hand to let me know he probably had a ring on too. I just didn't see it. I'll leave it at that. But the way he shook my hand, I knew exactly what was going on. If you see that, which you'll never see this, somebody might say, you know, that if you gave a Mason a break one night out east of Broken Bow, west of Broken Bow, he still remembers it. He still appreciates you. Yes, sir, I do. I deserved a ticket. I deserved taxes due to state. I deserved failure to provide insurance verification. I deserved speeding. If it's a state trooper, he could have got me for broken windshield. I don't know what else. Super nice guy. Super nice guy. Broken PD, you have my ultimate respect. Super nice guy. What else? Okay, so the fish bank story turned into a tilling story. Now then, the getting pulled over, telling you guys I'm a Mason. I got into a discussion the other day, and I'm not going to discuss it. I mean, we can't obviously discuss it, but I'm going to touch on it and give my opinion. Are Masons racist? There's not an answer to that. Um, some, absolutely, yes, 100%. 100%. There are some Masons that are racist. Yep. Are all Masons? No. Um, I actually got kicked out of a lodge. I was attending a lodge. I was at a guest at a meeting in Hayworth, Goodwater, whatever. I'm not gonna say who it was. I was looking at the paper and I said, "Hey, what are these?" After the meeting, I said, "Hey, what are these? Prince Hall Masons?" And the guy looked at me. He said, "The what?" I said, "The Prince Hall Masons," because it showed a black guy in Prince Hall Masons. He was all dressed up. I said, "What are these?" I didn't know to what extent. They're Masons. We're Masons. I'd never heard of a Prince Hall at this point. I was young. Dude kicked me out because I acknowledged a black guy as a Mason. He kicked me out of the lodge. I found out later that's just he's just that way. He's just really, really racist, and he don't acknowledge me. He whatever. At the time, I don't know about now. At the time, Oklahoma didn't acknowledge, didn't or doesn't, I don't know, acknowledge the AFAM. If you ever see the tag, they're called four-letter Masons, AFAM, and they got three-letter Masons, which Prince Hall are three-letter Masons. And I think it goes by each state as to whether or not you can lodge with one another. And I don't think to this day that whites and blacks can lodge together. I don't think that you're allowed to. I don't agree with that at all because we all do the same thing. We all go to the same or similar ceremonies. Um, and I do know, Masonry has some questionable characters. They let me in. I mean, what does that tell you? Um, Masons have Masonry itself has some questionable. Maybe they're not in it for the right reasons, but I will tell you that Masonry will take a good man and make him better. Not no devil worshippers, nothing like that. Um, I guess to rebut, no, not all Masons are racist, but absolutely there are some, 100%, 100%. But the whole organization is not like the Klan. And oh, why do we have secret meetings? It's not secret. It's not secret. There's nothing that you can't find that we talk about or we do. If you want to know, sign up. And you're going to be so disappointed. I've seen so many people come through and just get, well, we're not having strippers running around and getting drunk and worshiping the devil. If that's what you want to do, start your own club. That's not what we do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're so boring. I'm sorry we're not everything that you heard and we're voodoo and woohoo. We don't ride goats. The G does not stand for goats, although I told people it does. Um, oh, the secret. Why do we have secret meetings? Why is Coca Cola? Why is Coca Cola secret formula still secret? How come everybody doesn't have it? Um, why is a KFC the Colonel? Why is his recipe of a left and secret blend of herbs? Why is it still secret? Why didn't everybody have it? To be point blank, if you're not a Mason, it's none of your damn business. I mean, you go to a meeting and they go to executive session because it's none of your damn business. If you become an executive, you'll know everything about it. Exact same way with the Masons. And I've had people tell me more stuff, what they heard, what they heard. Oh, they know because they heard. Well, you're wrong because I've been there. Oh, well, you're not up high enough. 32nd degree, which it wouldn't, which isn't any higher. There's 32nd degree Scottish Rite, 32nd degree KCCH, and 33rd degree. Oh, when you get to 33rd degree, then you'll know. Well, when did you go to 33rd degree? You don't know anything. You don't know the very first anything of first, second, or third degree masonry, and you sure don't know anything about 32nd degree masonry. So when do I learn? What else? What else was I thinking about? I was thinking racist masons. Simple answer: yes, there are. Even simpler answer: no, not all of them. If you want to lump us into a group, absolutely. If there's one racist football fan, then you're all racist. It's that simple. If you like the color red and you're racist, everybody that likes the color red is racist. See how stupid that sounds? No, it's ignorant and it's beyond belief. And I pray to God that eventually we can move past all this race mixing shit. I mean, what if you're half black and you join the lodge? What if you're a quarter black? Can you make 3 meetings, have to miss one? I'm so beyond all that old fashioned shit. That's my rant. Are Masons racist? Yeah. And of course, it's well, I heard. Well, of course you did. You're about to hear something different. They don't believe what I'm going to tell them. Me having been there, they're going to believe what they want to believe. The most obnoxious, insincere, insignificant, radical, because they don't know. Wish I'm gonna go think of something else. Fish Bank Lunch, Tilden Tom's, Broken Bow Ticket. Are Masons racist? See you guys in the next one.